So every so often you come across something that is just like, that is, it's maybe not useful, but it's so cool. It's almost like a piece of art. And you're kind of willing to pay a little bit more for it. This is that item for me. Well, it is. It's one of those items for me. I've done that quite a bit. Anyway, this is a probe board, an industrial probe board. Probably costs like several $1,000s to make, or at least 1,000. Because basically, this was at Weird Stuff Warehouse, and it was one of their unmarked items. They had it sitting on the desk without a price tag on it, and you know that means that you're gonna have to ask for the price, and they're going to judge how much they can get you to pay for it. They offered 25 bucks for it. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good. Because like one of my friends, he went there, and for $35, one time he happened to find one that was from Atari. It was like from the Atari like arcade division. It had like the big Atari logo on it. And it's like, these are freaking thick circuit boards. I wish I had that one, but I was like, you know what? I need to get one. Even if it's not Atari, I need one. So I got this one. I'm really happy. Just amazing. This is basically a unit that has a bajillion little fingers, and you would have a little machine or something like that would place a microchip on it, and so then that would have connections out to all these little connectors on here, and you could test the microchip. At least that's what I think it is. So it's a probe for probing a microchip. And even some like little wires and stuff on the bottom. Let's zoom in a bit. It's probably good enough. So we have like a radio design. Ooh, power rings. That's interesting. Not sure how these are all connected up, but it's obviously a very like multi-layer circuit board. Just so many circuit layers in here. And I'm not sure if all these are connected that way, but I think these are just like one-to-one on here. So like there's a number on each one of these, and there's a number on each one of these individually. So I'm thinking that if I wanted to, I could maybe turn this into a clock and put like LEDs on here, and I could have like a radial, like, I guess that'd be the right term, a radial display. Although it wouldn't have all the sections, because of course there's some missing areas right there, but still it'd be cool. Isn't that so cool? It's like $25. I can't pass that up. I can't. I would regret it. Regret it so much. Of course, there is the middle part. The middle part's pretty cool. You know what, guys? I like you, and I think you deserve to see it with this thing off. Plus, I'm just curious. Oh my god. It's so delicate. That green tape's pretty cool, though. I think I just found the thumbnail for this video. This is a nice shot right here. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Yeah, look at that. It's just like so amazing. So cool. It's like, look how they're laid. I mean, this video is probably not going to have much substance because it's just me like oogling over a circuit board, but it's such a beautiful circuit board. Look at the soldering. I mean, it's like so well done. It's amazing. It's astounding. 511. That's the highest number I see on there. And that's pretty high. So evidently, there is at least 511 of these connectors on here. So at least 511 traces going to these outer ones. It's just simply amazing. I just had an amazing idea. What if I could mount a microchip, like a microcontroller, inside of here and have that power the clock? You know what I mean? Because it already has all the wires going out to all these things. So I should be able to hook LEDs onto here and control them all from this center ring. Maybe even control it with this. So many options to do with this, and so many ways to mess it up. It's at times like this that I need to get a microscope. I almost made a big mistake there. I almost flipped that over. That would have hurt that. See? That's why I'm glad I had that. SV Probe. No doubt that means Silicon Valley Probe. Copyright 2001. Tester side. That's cool. Got room for some surface mount stuff over here, looks like. It's like for whatever you might need, because I guess who knows what this was going to be testing. They just made it for whatever, and then, like, whatever company was using this, they most likely just bought a bunch of these, or maybe just a few, and then spent a bunch of time converting them to work on whatever they needed to test. At least that's what I'd think. February 5th, 2001. I would assume that maybe this internal piece right here, this little hole, that was probably solid when they first bought this board. At least, that's what I would think. Like, maybe they make a bunch of these boards, and they're just a complete disc, and then they cut that hole in there depending on what size the microchip is. They probably also cut the... Well, looks like these are actually made around the... Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Were the holes originally intended to be there, or are they just kind of wherever they work? I'm thinking that these are probably more like a standardized thing, like they're made to fit into a tray that SV Probe works with or whatever. Whoa, look at that. That is a pretty delicate solder job right there. I'm not a fan of surface mount stuff, especially when you have to like do it almost like dead bug style or whatever that is. Man, talk about a multi-layer circuit board. At least I assume that's multiple layers. It looks like it. It's just simply amazing. I mean, you just don't see circuit boards this thick, ever. So yeah, I think it's like almost a piece of artwork now. And I would like to hear you guys' opinion on what to do with this. Also, I might be able to get my friend's Atari Probe board and do a closer video of that. Shit, I might even be able to get it from him. I just realized. So he is a huge Earthbound fan. Like, he's super nostalgic for the game. And I let him borrow my Earthbound game guide. Tangent upon a tangent. I actually bought that at a game store that was selling it for $4, and it's worth a lot more than $4. They had no understanding of the value of their stuff. Gee, I wonder why they went out of business. Anyway, so yeah, he has something that's mine and something he really wants to keep. He has something that's his, and I would really like to have. So I might talk him into letting him keep the Earthbound game guide in trade for letting me keep the Atari Probe board. That'd be pretty cool. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya!